Well, hello everyone. This is Ryan with Abundant Living, and I'm back today with another video. This one is going to be on what you need to know before moving to Ecuador. If you guys are new to this channel, please consider subscribing if you haven't already. Hit that bell notification so you can be notified of all of the upcoming videos that we release, and as well as like this video if you found it helpful. Alright, without further ado, let's get started. Number 1. You'll want to reach out to an attorney and have them provide you a list of the specific documents that you will need for the visa that you're going to apply for. So most of you are considering moving to Ecuador, right? Now, the attorneys are going to ask you to get an FBI background check, get documents apostilled at an Ecuadorian embassy or a consulate in the States. And if you're from a different country, it's named something different, but you need to certify all of these documents and send them in or bring them with you when you come to Ecuador. So you don't want to leave the country you're coming from without them, because then you have to rely on having DHL ship things here. There's always issues with shipping things here because a lot of times there are no addresses in Ecuador. So it's just much more of a hassle. If you can prevent that, it's better to just bring them with you when you come. Number 2, download the Google Translate app. This might sound like a no-brainer, but it goes a little further than that. Not only do you want to download the Google Translate app, but you want to download the offline translation for Spanish. That way, when you arrive and you don't have a data plan with a local cell phone carrier company, you can just use the offline to get yourself a taxi, pay for the hotel you checked into, all of that good stuff. It comes in very handy, and I highly recommend it. And also, you want to download the Google Maps offline. They also have an option to where you can just download a small chunk of the map in Ecuador that you know you're going to be traveling within, and then that way, if you don't have cell service, you'll be able to find the hotel you're checking into that first night, and you want to find a restaurant to go to. All of that will be on the Google Maps offline, and so definitely check that out. Number 3, unlock your cell phone with your current service provider in your home country. So if you're using a main carrier in, let's say, the United States, you'll want to cancel with them, unlock your phone from the service provider. That way, when you come down here, your phone is unlocked and ready to go and ready to use the local carriers, which will reject your phone if it's still locked in another country. So we found a lot of people who find themselves in a weird situation and they can't use their phone because they haven't unlocked it yet. Something to make sure you do before you come to Ecuador. Number 4, you don't have reliable access to natural products. You can't find the natural, organic, personal hygiene products in Ecuador. You can't find good quality, natural and organic supplements and vitamins. So you want to bring them with you. You can do that a few different ways. You can bring it all down in suitcases. You pay the luggage fee, but you bring it down, and it's something that's really valuable to you to have the right supplements, to have the right toothpaste and deodorant, all these different things that you can't find down here. And we usually bring stuff back when we travel to the States, and then we come back to Ecuador, right? We come back with a bunch of luggage, and we've decided that it's best to buy duffel bags that are really lightweight, and then you fill them with all the things you want to bring down, and the suitcase doesn't take up most of the weight. Because if you feel a lot of suitcases, they're heavy, and you're losing a lot of valuable pounds, we like to say. And so use a lightweight duffel bag and fill it up and bring it down. So that's one way. Or, of course, the other way is when you first move down and you apply for your residency visa, there's a small window where Ecuador will allow you to bring a container down. And I'll go into this more in detail on a different video, but it can be a nice thing to fill an entire 28 or 53 foot container with your personal belongings, and that definitely is where you would want to add in all of the different things that you can't buy here. Number 5, Bring extra shoes if you wear a large shoe size, because Ecuador is, well, it's no secret, the shoe sizes for men are much smaller than, let's say, in the United States. So it's very difficult to find shoes from size 10 and larger. Anything larger than 10 is really difficult to find, especially the rubber boots that they use here to, walk the fields and all the different things that you do here when it rains. You want the rubber boots, and they sell them here, and they're really cheap, but you can't find the large size, so you have to go without if you have more than. I have a size 10 shoe. I found rubber boots, but it was difficult to find them. So call it 10.5, 11, and anywhere above 11 for sure you're gonna have trouble finding shoes and rubber boots. So buy them in bulk when you leave the States and bring extra shoes down. Number 6, bring your homeschool course documents with you, because you're not gonna be able to find them in English here in Ecuador. So yeah, if you're looking to homeschool your children, make sure you do all of that research before you come and see what kind of curriculum you want to use to teach your children, and buy the supplies, the curriculum in the States before you come, and just bring it down with you. In another video, we are going to cover the different schools that are in the area that expats have sent their children to, and we'll give you a little extra information in more detail about what you can expect there. And number 7, bring quality electronics with you, because they are overpriced here in Ecuador. The import tariffs are high on, let's say, TVs or computers. Anything electronic has a high import tariff, so you pay a lot more for it. And then, this is unconfirmed, but many people say that there are classes of electronics that big manufacturers have. Class A, meaning no imperfections or performance issues of any kind, go to countries like the United States or European countries. And Class B, well, they might have a little blemish. And so Ecuador does not get Class A electronics, meaning they might not work as well as ones sold in the United States. It is something to consider whether it's true or not. It seems like name brand things here don't last as long as what I'm used to, at least in my own experience. So if electronics are important to you, then getting a container down here is going to be your best route for that, because you'll be able to bring in your nice electronics. And if they're not a big deal, then sweet, don't even worry about it. A lot of people that move here want to get away from electronics and all of that stuff anyways. Well, all right, has this been helpful? Please leave comments down below if this helps. If you have any other questions, if you have ideas for future videos, what are you guys looking to learn? What do we need to tell you guys about moving here to Ecuador? Because that's what this is all about. You guys are curious about what it's like to live in a different country. Can you do it? And we'd love to be able to help identify some of those things that you're looking for in regards to learning and growing in the knowledge of expat life. If you made it this far, we really appreciate your guys' support, and we'll talk to you guys the next time. Ciao.